All right, now we're gonna do a very quick sketch here, and as you remember, I put the 5 minute timer on this because all I really want to concentrate on is the story. I don't want to get distracted by different details and just like technical stuff. Anatomy could be sloppy in this one, perspective could be sloppy, but I like lighting could be a little bit off. But what I really want to kind of do here is just to get the basic framing and the story flowing, right? That's why like setting up the limit will kind of force you to be creative, to just concentrate. Okay, I've got this image in my mind. How do I project it on the canvas, right? So this is like a complete opposite from construction method where you actually be very careful, which we also will be looking into. But this is more about emotional process, right? And being so fast allows me just to concentrate on the most essential part of this image or series of these images, which is just a story. You see 5 minutes pass. I already have done one, which is this little, very primitive story of a guy uh, who got like trapped in the ice, and there's this another guy or a woman helps him to and basically rescues him. So now, when I did the first image, I realized, okay, we're gonna have two characters. We're gonna have a guy, a person on a boat, a person in the water. So now I'm building this sequence of images, right? I'm trying to portray this story as quickly as possible. And as you can see, yeah, I just put the guy on the boat and another person waving him. Like, obviously they're in trouble. It's probably water is super cold. That's why I'm showing that broken kind of ice around it. And as you can see, like I'm very loose. I'm trying to convey the main idea here. Uh, it's less about technique. It's less about all the technical stuff. But again, when I'm doing this, I'm very careful about everything I explained so far, which is camera and lensing and framing. For example, we went from a high angle shot. Now we're looking at the low angle shot because I want this person who helps the other person feel more powerful, basically, because she has a power to help that other person. That's the reason why I went to for this specific shot, right? So yeah, and now the rest is like pretty really depends on how well you can draw. That's why uh, it's very important to be able to draw as well, which is like directly allows you to do it very fast and very efficient without going into 3D or without like spending too much with construction and all this stuff. So this is pretty much directly depends on your practice. But I think what is essential here is that really the fact that limiting yourself in time will allow you to concentrate just on the story. And now I'm basically putting like some extra details. I'm just refining a few areas here and there, just reinforcing the perspective, checking if the story reads, and then I felt like we just need one more additional frame where we use superior camera just to show this character in the water trying to get out using like trying to basically survive in this cold water, and using the superior camera exactly allowed us to do that, right? When we said superior, then it means we are dominating over that person. That person feels weak. That person feels uh, like he's in trouble, and it almost kind of reinforces story so much. And knowing which angles, which camera positions, and which camera lensing to use really allows you to do that. And this is just one type of things, you know. Obviously, the subject here was quite easy. It was like just characters, but occasionally you got to work like this. I prefer to work like this because it just allows me to bash out all these ideas super quickly. The moment I form them in my head, it just takes 5 minutes to do a frame, which is fascinating. And that the time that you would spend on it, it is directly proportional. How much do you know about things? That's why don't get worried if you spend 5, 10, 15 minutes. It's all about limiting yourself with the time.